Well, we are joined at this hour by senior journalist Ayaz Memon. We are also joined by two fans from the Mumbai and the Rajasthan team, and Gert Grayling, South African journalist. To you, Ayaz, first, would you say at this point Mumbai is looking like having the best seam attack in the tournament?
Well, they're looking like a juggernaut actually, because if you look at their batting, the entire top order is looking full of runs. Even Quinton de Kock has come into form. Surya Yadav has got a big score under his belt. Rohit, Pollard and Hardik, of course, great finishers. Even Krunal Pandya chipping in. So it's a formidable batting lineup. It bats very deep. And then they've got their bowlers. They've got so much variety and depth in the bowling. They've got Trent Bolt, the left-arm seamer. Then they've got Pattinson, who's big, can get awkward bounce. And then they've got Bumrah, who is arguably the best bowler in this format. And then two spinners, Krunal and Rahul Chahar, also of different kinds. So it's a fantastic team. And, I think Rajasthan had their best opportunity was only if all three, the big guns in the Rajasthan batting lineup, Steve Smith, Joss Butler and Sanju Samson, if all three fired big time, there was an opportunity for them. Otherwise, I thought even from the start, this was a game which Mumbai were expected to win, which they did. Perhaps more handsomely than I thought, because they just put so much pressure on Rajasthan after they had posted that big score.
Right. Let's get in some fan reactions now. Sanchit Desai, who supports the Rajasthan team, joins us on the broadcast. Sanchit, Rajasthan is looking like a different team ever since they came away from Sharjah.
Well, yes, it was a disappointing day, and credit goes to Mumbai Indians. They really outplayed us today. And it looks like it's the same old story yet again. We saw the top three once again failing to perform after their Sharjah heroics. And sometimes we look to just blame one or two individual players like Unadkat and Parag. But the entire problem lies in the entire problem revolves around the team. It is not based on one or two players. So I think that we are lacking a bit of identity, whether we are a chasing side or whether we are a team which has a very strong batting line.
Right. We are also joined by Vinesh Prabhu, who's a Mumbai fan. Vinesh, which do you think tonight was the real turning point of the match?
Well, at one stage when we lost 2 wickets in a row, I thought maybe we are losing the track, but that innings from Suryakumar Yadav, wow. I mean, if there is a word, if I would like to describe it in a word, it'll be wow, because he played like there's no tomorrow, and the way he attacked the bowlers, especially Jofra Archer, in spite of getting hit on the head, was, I think, commendable, and his 79 runs really helped us. Apart from that, the brave move by Rohit Sharma to, attack fully with Jasprit Bumrah at the start, and we got the main wicket of Steve Smith in the second over. So I think that was the turning point of the match, and I think they were 3 down in the power play itself. So the match was in our grasp within the first 6 overs.
Gert, to you, well, the tournament, second edition of the tournament happened in South Africa. Is there a real following of the tournament? Because we do know that 11 of your players are participating in the league this time around.
I'm sure, South Africa is a sport-mad country. And, any sport will be watched, anything from football, cricket, rugby, anything. So, yes, definitely, now some of our players are doing quite well. If you look at AB, he's got a very good partnership with Kohli. Right. And as you also look at Kagiso Rabado and Henri Nortje doing very well together when they bowl together. And then also Faf du Plessis, coming to the fore for Chennai. So he's doing very well, yes.
Right. Faf is going to be playing tomorrow when Chennai takes on the Kolkata team. But back to you, Ayaz. Well, the man of the match was given to Suryakumar Yadav. Do you agree with that choice, given that Bumrah also had a fantastic feat, 4 for 20, and it's the best bowling figure in this edition of the tournament?
Well, it may have been a close contest between the two, but I think this decision was right, because Suryakumar Yadav actually led Mumbai to that score. And the way he played, he's got such a lovely touch, and some of his strokes were breathtaking. particularly the ball where, the ball after he was hit on the head, which he scooped over the wicket-keeper's head, then the next ball for a six of Jofra Archer. I thought that was delectable and also extremely well planned, and it was a statement that he made. So Surya Yadav has been around for a few years now. He's been looking to break through into the Indian team. It's not happened so far. But if he keeps playing like this, then I think he has a good chance. And remember, he had a bit of a crisis to kind of resolve or handle with Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan falling off successive deliveries. Mumbai was in a bit of a problem then, but he just led the team out of that problem, and I think he's just consolidated his own reputation in Indian cricket, and perhaps is making the selectors and the coach and the captain look at him afresh, which is a good sign.
Ayaz, another man we really spoke on the similar lines. The one man we spoke about was Sanju Samson after his delightful knocks in the beginning of the tournament. But somewhere it seems that after he came out of Sharjah, he's lost that touch. Do you think he's not been able to strike the right balance?
Well, Rika, I think this has been a bit of a problem with Sanju Samson over the past maybe 6-7 years, ever since he started playing in the league. He started as a youngster, 18-year-old. He's not very old. He's 24, 25 now, maybe 26, I don't know. But consistency has been the issue with Sanju Samson. Everybody who I've spoken to agrees that he's got fantastic talent. He's also so appealing to watch. But, you can't have 2 knocks or 3 knocks in a season where you're going to play 14 matches and then, expect to be getting the highest honors. He's been in and out of the Indian team, not able to consolidate his place. I think he's a fabulous player, but he needs to do a little more, whether it's to do with the Sharjah cricket ground or otherwise. This is his arena. This is his opportunity. And if he doesn't exploit it now, then I'm afraid that, he's going to miss out, because there is a place open in the Indian team for a wicket-keeper batsman in white ball cricket, certainly after MS Dhoni's retirement from international cricket. And there are 5-6 guys vying for that place. So Sanju Samson has to, kind of make sure that he measures up.
Sanjit, let me come to you. Well, your team, Rajasthan, has tried 3 different opening combinations in the tournament. None of them really clicking for them. Do you see that there is a 4th combination that could be tested in the next few games?
I think the more we change, the more we panic. So it's about time that we stick to one combination and just look to back the players. So for now, Smith, Samson and Butler, there are 3 star players, and they are not clicking together like we want them to. So our main weakness lies in the middle order. So the best solution would be back Yashasvi Jaiswal. He's a talented kid. To open with Butler, who is great to be back in form, and let Smith and Samson handle the middle order crisis. So that's the only solution which I would do.
Right. And coming to you, Vinesh, would you say that consistency is the key behind Mumbai Indians' success, despite several, star players like Chris Lynn waiting in the wings? We haven't really seen Mumbai Indian go in for too many changes.
Well, that's what champion sides are made of. We back our team, we back our playing 11, and in spite of talented players sitting in the dugout, we still have that formidable playing 11, and that's what we should do. We should back them, and this is how we win championships. So I'm really proud of my team, and I'm hoping them to win their next match against Delhi Capitals as well.
Gert, there have been several young Indian talents who have really lit up the IPL stage in this tournament. Who has, which is that one player or a couple of players who have really impressed you?
Sure. No, there's quite a few. If you look at India will come out with new spin bowlers. You can pick maybe 8 Indian spin bowlers that will play for any country in the world. So there's so many. But if you look at, I'm just looking at you're talking about the Mumbai Indians. If you look at Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma, it's maybe one of the best opening pairs that you can get. But just to I haven't watched a lot of the IPL yet because I've been busy in studio, and so I didn't see too much of the players. But You know, some of the players that I've seen, you know, are coming through quite well. And I'm actually surprised how well all these players are coming through after, you know, COVID. You know, nobody played cricket for, what,
Right.
6-7 months. And, you know, how well they're doing, it's really, really great.
Well, Ayaz, the way Smith has been getting out in this IPL, 2 inside edges in 2 successive, you know, innings of his, would you say that is a bit unusual? And he is trying to play differently. He's giving the role of sheet anchor to Butler, and he's trying to hit it out?
Well, I think he's trying to take control. He's trying to take charge, perhaps a little too prematurely, especially against a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah. It was a decent delivery. It was a great catch, but it was a poor shot by Smith. So maybe he could have, you know, because if you lose a wicket in the first over, you don't want to lose one more in the power play. He should have ensured that as a captain, certainly. And he's too good a player to keep failing like this. So I don't think Smith alone is the issue for Rajasthan. I can completely concur with the Rajasthan supporter that, you know, all 3 need to click. This is not, you know, the 2 or 3 teams that seem to be very well rounded with talent are Mumbai, Delhi certainly, and to an extent KKR. But Kolkata is also struggling a bit because they haven't been able to get their act right. But if you look at it on paper, they've got all, you know, they tick all the boxes. Rajasthan and some of the other teams have got some lacuna. You know, the bowling isn't too strong, the middle order isn't strong. So it puts more onus on players like Smith, Samson, Butler. They have to consistently come good. Now, things might change with Ben Stokes coming in on Friday, hopefully. And, you know, that might be the trigger for them to emerge out of what seems to be the doldrums right now.
Ayaz, you spoke about Rajasthan's bowling. Do you think it might change? The complexion of the bowling unit might change a little bit, and their tactics with the coming of Shane Warne?
Well, you know, I mean, Shane Warne's, it might not just affect the bowling, it will affect the morale of the team, I think, because he's such a great, you know, manager of people and personalities and inspirational. You know, we all remember the first season when he led Rajasthan Royals to victory. So, look, Shane Warne's presence should make a difference, but they can't afford to be, you know, bottom of the table and then making a last minute burst for the playoffs. They have to pick themselves up very quickly and start winning again, because the T20 format is topsy-turvy. You have no idea, you know, how the next day will be. So every day is like your final day. So you have to be at your best.
And every team has shown that they can beat the other side on the given day, and no one till now has been unbeatable in this tournament. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me at this hour.